to head into another matchup, and it's going to be the men's pro singles gold matchup. J.W. Johnson versus Federico Staksrud, and I think we get a chance to look at some epic footage of these two, and I believe we'll start off with the challenger. That's Federico Staksrud, as he's coming back through the contenders bracket to face off against J.W. Johnson out of the winners. What have we seen from Staksrud? Because we've seen him several times here on the grandstand. So,
yeah,
Scott.
Yeah, we have. The number one thing that I have noticed from him today is what a grinder he is. Even if things aren't going well, he does not quit. He kind of gathers himself, refocuses, and just through sheer effort and will, he has turned a few of these matches around. You know, pickleball is such a game of momentum. And you know, when you're playing singles, you're out there by yourself, and you have to just get into grind mode, and he has done that almost every single game. He's at some point had to, just refocus and just try harder, and it has turned out well for him. He has turned a lot of these, scoreboards around just based on his effort. So it's like I really have enjoyed watching just the way he fights. It's very impressive.
A fighter, no doubt, and a fighter to get into this, as the bronze medal match was just a wild 3-game winner for Mr. Federico Staksrud. But let's take a look now as we get into J.W. Johnson, who he'll be facing off against, because, well, this man is a little bit of a buzzsaw. You never really want to see him on the other side of the bracket if you're playing in the singles division. Why is that?
The thing about J.W. Johnson is his strengths are just so strong. He's extremely quick laterally, and he's extremely strong at full stretch. So wherever he's standing, it's like you can just imagine he has not only where he's standing covered, but he can just jump 6 feet sideways, reach that big strong arm out, and hit a quality shot from just full lunging, reaching, jumping stretch. And the quality of shot that he can hit from sideline to sideline is just super strong. He's got a great serve. He's got solid. In the first time they played, these two played earlier today in the winner bracket final. And I felt like one of the biggest differences in the match was how strong JW's backhand passing shot was. Similar to James Ignatowicz, it's like he is strong on both sides with the pass. But versus Federico, I don't know if Federico was. He was surprised a couple of times by just the quality of JW's passing shot. So JW is, he's good at so much stuff, and even the things that might have been weaker 6 months ago, he's improved. So he's constantly getting better too. So JW was very impressive in the winter bracket final, and he's just a strong player.
We'll take a look as these two go baseline to baseline now in terms of warming up to make sure they're ready to go. But let's talk a little bit about attrition, because Federico has played how many matches to get to this point?
Yeah, I think it probably took him 4 to get to the winter bracket final, and then he lost that one, and then he had to go back down to the bronze medal match and have a long grinding match there, and that was a long match by time, but it was also a stressful one because there were so many momentum swings, and each game was you just didn't know what was going to happen until the end. He thought he was in control, and then James would come back, or if James was in control and then Federico came back. So it's not just the physical stress, but it's kind of the mental stress and the focus that you're having to pick yourself up constantly, which is why I think I opened with his ability to grind has been very impressive today. He if he wasn't mentally tough, and if he didn't want it this bad, he wouldn't be here right now. He would have already lost, because he was in, I don't want to say losing position, but it's like it would have been very easy for him just to kind of allow James to finish out that last match, but Federico did not do that. He grinds at the beginning of the game, and he grinds all the way till the end of the game. Well,
as on the other side, J.W. Johnson, this will be his 5th match of the day. So he started off very strong against Jonathan Garcia, went 0-0 there. Then he faced off against Alex Newman, just a 2-game match. And then it was against Ryan Sherry. That went 11-3, 12-10. So the share bearer definitely pushing J.W. Johnson. And then he faced, again, Staksrud. 11-2, 11-9, so one of those awfully close as they now face off yet again. Staksrud had a solid game against James Ignatowicz, like we have mentioned. You can start to see some of those volleys. When I talked to Staksrud early this morning, he talked about no unforced errors at the kitchen line. Wanted to stay really steady with his volley. He also talked about service pressure as well as great returns. We've seen a lot of that throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, the first few matches we watched Staksrud, I was very impressed with the quality of his return to the backhand corner of his opponent. You know, he doesn't just lob it in there. He hits a nice, firm, penetrating return accurately to the spot he wants to put it. Now what he has is he's got some information based on the last match that when you put it there against J.W. Johnson, well, JW's got a nice backhand and he's going to do something good with it. So it's not just a matter of, oh, find the backhand and I'm good. You've got to hit a quality shot there, and then you still better be on alert, because JW hit a lot of nice shots with that backhand the first time they played in the winter bracket final. So.
Well, we are just about ready to go. I think we've given them as much analysis as we can prior to this in terms of expectations. If you're sitting at home, make sure you track our scouting report and see how we do. This is the men's singles gold medal match. Staksrud will start. And start not the way he had hoped.
I did that once in a gold medal match. I didn't like it. It just, no.
0-0.
Nice return just on the baseline, but great drop from JW.
1-0. Right out.
Solid cross-court volley from Staksrud to make JW hit the extra pass and couldn't pull it off.
Just a little bit of a funky bounce there.
Well, that's because when JW hits that backhand, he puts a little spin on it that you may not see.
A couple beautifully executed volleys there from Staksrud from right to left. Great job by him.
0-1. Right out. 1-0. Side out.
Solid response to a nice cross-court pass. I mean, Staksrud is he's going to hit a lot of shots at full stretch today.
Point.
Tied up one apiece now as that ball is long.
Point.
Oh, and getting away with one there. That was a high ball to the forehand side of J-Dub.
That's one where Federico's speed, was distracting to JW, because JW saw Federico was already on the move to get the pass.
Speaking of full extensions, that's one there from J-Dub. You can start to see the shadows creeping in. That does have a little bit of an effect. It kind of comes in and out. It can be hard on the vision.
Yeah, it doesn't make it easier.
Choosing to volley that ball just about 3 feet in right there. That was a wild shot. I don't know if I've seen anything like that. Usually he's short hopping that ball, calls it long.
3-1.
I think not only do the shadows make it tough to see the ball to play, but it all makes it tougher to see the ball to call the line.
Unlucky bounce for J-Dub.
3-1.
fighting is Staggerud, but simple put away on the last ball for J-Dub.
Yeah. He's smiling because, like, he hustled and had a moment where he could have put the ball away and didn't, unfortunately, because he almost stole that point.
1-3.
That's a big forehand.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder why why does everyone always return to the backhand? Why don't you try the forehand occasionally? Well, that's why.
Quick flip there from Staggerud.
Although I will say there is a strategy where if you can return to the forehand, and if you can deal with the first volley, you can then volley it to the person's backhand, and that's an even tougher shot. But you risk not being able to even touch the ball if it's JW's forehand on the first pass.
2-3.
3-all.
3-3.
Oh, and that's got to be frustrating. JW was moving his feet that direction, but
JW's on that ball. Would like to have seen a 10-dink rally there.
4-3.
tweener. And goodbye. Someone shouts style points. I agree. He's in the return. JW's done a really nice job, though, in terms of return pressure. Most of those falling just about 3 or 4 inches inside the baseline. That's a clean play from Staggerud.
You make a nice point with JW's, the way he returns the ball. It's an enjoyable thing to watch. It's something every singles player could emulate, the way he comes in and takes it.
Sets himself up for success more often than not with that return. That ball falls in bounds. 6-4, Staggerud.
And this is where Staggerud's balance, his ability to be good off both sides, makes him dangerous. So this backhand flick that JW has is just, it's something most people on the tour just fear.
So break it down for me a little bit. So if someone's maybe new to pickleball and you're talking about a backhand flick, what are you referring to, and what are the different shots that he might be able to use instead, or others might use instead, excuse me?
Well, it's basically a backhand volley. So if he's taking it out of the air and he's at the kitchen, he's reaching forward. A lot of people can't do something offensive with their backhand when they're reaching forward. It's a little awkward. It takes a lot of eye-hand coordination and skill. Well, JW is able to really flick his wrist while hitting that thing hard, and it has so much spin and pace, and he controls it very well. It's just like an extra weapon that he has that a lot of people don't have. And so he already has a super strong forehand. I mean, he can do so much on his forehand side without even swinging. He also has this backhand weapon that is, it's kind of, as an observer of this game, it's fun to watch him.
So if you're sitting at home wondering exactly what we're referring to, just imagine putting out your right arm all the way across your body to your left side, extend your elbow, full extension, and then try and move your wrist as quickly as you possibly can from a backward motion to a forward motion. And that's what JW does better than most. It is not an easy skill by any means. It's fun. I think I just made everyone at home do the hokey pokey.
They'll be better for it.
The pickleball hokey pokey. It's
just such a solid return. when you see Federico improvising on his backhand, you know you've hit a good shot.
Nice approach. JW. Slight delay, nice disguise.
Yeah, his footwork was just there. He was waiting for the ball because he just quickly got to where he needed to be.
Three nice volleys from Staksrud. That was the last point. Just giving you a little extra slow-mo. Now 5-6.
By my count, that's the third serve that Federico's missed in this first game.
Good leave, Staksrud. No lead is safe with either of these two.
Oh.
That's a beauty of a shot.
It was because everything about that looked like he was going to go cross court next, and he just rifled it right straight back down the line. It's an excellent pass.
8-5.
Trying to work his feet around that ball to find the forehand.
5-8.
Another great reach there from Staksrud.
Yeah, the quality of the volley at full reach like that is impressive.
8-6.
Some help.
I mean, JW had it all set up. He had an open court to hit.
6-8.
Wow. What a volley.
That takes some composure to hit it that cleanly and that nicely, you know, under the pressure of a strong JW forehand coming at you.
And I will say it does look like he's hitting almost every volley just so cleanly, right on contact. You can hear it off the sound of his paddle and the look. Absolute textbook overhead from JW Johnson.
Yeah, he set his feet up perfectly.
And that's a pretty shot. The looper.
It's the deception. When he takes the paddle back, you don't know which way he's going to go, and you know he can take it cross court too. So you freeze for a second, and then he just flicks it down the line. Beautiful.
He's waiting for you to flinch. Speaking of flinching, nice shot from Staksrud as he notices J-Dub working back towards the backhand side.
Well handled by Federico.
Timeout. Server. 8-7. 1 minute.
So I like these timeouts taken by these singles guys when they get the serve back to them, so he can gather himself. You know, we're late in the game. It's 8-7. You know, we're 3 points from the game. So these are all big points. If you've got a timeout left, you know, focus yourself and let's go play. Let's play your best point right now. This is a great chance against JW to win a game. You put yourself in a good position. So I think it's a well used timeout.
If Staksrud is able to pull off the victory in the 2 out of 3 game here, it is a true double final, so they will have to play 1 game to 15 to determine But right now, we're just in game 1, so we got a ways to go. If JW picks this up in 2 games, that would be the gold for the youngin'. One in many of a collection for JW Johnson, the #1 seed here at the Consumer Cellular USA Pickleball Championships. We're sitting pretty here at the tennis club in Newport Beach. It's also the Newport Pickleball Club,
8-7.
alongside the beautiful PCH.
A solid point played by JW. Federico would have had to come up with something extraordinary to win that, and that's all you could ask.
Maybe just a second late there is JW Johnson with that line shot. Kind of hanging that wide. Tough serve. There was so much spin on that ball.
Yeah, no, Federico has hit some very aggressive serves, which is why he's missed a few, but you have to take some risks in singles. If you start with a great serve, if you can get a short return, you can set yourself up.
And a great shot again, forcing the lateral movement of Staksrud. And another great shot, make it 9-8, J-Dub.
Staksrud has done nothing wrong in the last 2 points. He's just been beaten by superior shot making.
That's an angle. Great ball.
Yeah, that's a great overhead. That's very,
8-9.
very nice, smart placement.
Again, there's a look at that.
That's the backhand
Quick
flick.
snap.
It has so much spin on it, it makes it a very tough ball and then hit a pass off of. And Federico mishit it because of all that spin made the ball jump.
9-8.
Game point, J-Dub. Great hustle. And another. And nearly finding a third, but game 1 goes to JW Johnson, the #1 seed, 11-8. But you gotta love the fight and the hustle. Julie Johnson's up on her feet, and we will be right back with you for game 2.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Hi, I'm Matt Wright, proud ambassador of Original Penguin.
When it comes to sports bras and activewear, it's not enough to just do it. You have to just do it right. That's why She Fit's perfectly fitting gear embraces and supports women's bodies. Made for ins and outs, ups and downs, starts and stops, and everything in between. We got you. Because we are you. She Fit.
It has been a glorious sun-soaked Friday here at the Consumer Cellular USA Pickleball Newport Beach Championships. And this is our final match of the day, Johnson versus Staksrud, and it is time to get to the second game. This is your gold medal match for men's pro singles.
JW finds the line on the backhand pass.
Cameron Irwin alongside Scott Crandall. Best mixed duo on the game.
No doubt.
Another ball the direction of J-Dub. 2-0 to get us started.
Yeah, JW found an awkward spot. He kind of just flicked it right at Federico's shoulder.
Ooh, trying to get a little tricky there. You saw the paddle drop well below. Watch this. Some tricky wrist work there.
J-Dub was smart not to guess. He just waited.
Ball just wide.
It's a tough combo because once he puts all the spin on that backhand volley, the pass is just going to be tough.
And a great shot just out of reach, kind of slowing that pace down a little bit.
Yeah, Federico's touch has been excellent today and continues to be, except on the serve.
A little too much touch there.
3-0.
And those type of shots, when Federico is at the kitchen and playing the cat and mouse kitchen game, he's very, very good at that. He's dangerous at that. You don't really want to get involved with him. Not that JW isn't also dangerous at that, but they're not gonna, neither one of them want to do that for any extended period with each other because they're both so good at just flicking it either way and ending the point.
Great depth on that volley. And again, looking for the backhand, kind of flipping that ball back towards the sideline. Just a little bit too much on it. 4-0 now, J-Dub. And a timeout will be called on the side of Staksrud.
Good timeout from Staksrud. He you know, I think he had the same thing in his bronze medal match where he had lost game 1. He knew how important it was to win game 2, and he doesn't want to let it get away from him. So he's calling a timeout, trying to put himself together, you know, and make a stand because he has to win this game or it's over. So smart not to just let J-Dub run away with it. Like use those timeouts. So this was a good one, and you know, Staksrud is going to battle. He's going to fight. So he's going to give it everything he has. He knows he's got to do it right here.
And Staksrud, a little bit new to the game of pickleball still. He was a tennis coach as well as tennis player, but he played in his first tournament just about a year ago from now. It's July of last year. So he's been making his way through the ranks, and it's pretty impressive to already see him in a gold medal match here against the one and only J-Dub. And I love that shot right there, taking enough pace off. The ball doesn't even bounce. It's just nasty.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I'll include that with his touch shots. That's the one he wants to make JW at least play it.
Nice ball, J.W. Johnson. 5-0. You hear the clapping in the stands. The loudest, Miss Julie Johnson. Mama to J-Dub. And the woos as well.
Yeah.
6-0,
I was gonna say,
JW.
JW's better than a 5-0. He's a 6-0. Actually, if he wins this, he's going to be a 7-0.
6-0.
Looking straight up into the sun. Quick feet from J-Dub. One overhead was enough to have to handle. Two, well, it exceeded the limit.
Federico has taken care of his overhead points very well today.
Seven 7-0. That's a great play from Staxford.
Especially to come up with it, you know, now. He's down 0-7 in game 2, and he's still fighting for every point.
Seen 7-point runs already multiple times on the day. Staxford needs to find one right now.
7-0, 0-7. Side out. 7-0. Side out. 0-7.
It was right in his wheelhouse, maybe a little too much so.
He settled up nicely, just overcooked it a bit.
7-0.
Wow. What a play from J.W. Johnson. This is worth a replay.
Such a smart play. When you're playing someone who's really fast, you go behind them and use their speed against them.
And another. Make it 9-0. Power, pace, and not enough placement. That ball called wide of line.
JW does not want to give him anything, and nor should he.
9-0.
Make it 10. It is now championship point, gold medal nearing for J.W. Johnson. Not quite yet. Staxford has had an incredible journey. Fought through so many matches already on the day. Great comebacks. Needs a little bit of a miracle now. He misses that. A second chance opportunity. Match point number 2 for J.W. Johnson. Tape level, not enough.
Yet. Not yet.
He just wants to end a little, you know, the long rally, give us a little something to close out our day here on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, that's what we needed. We needed a cat and mouse point.
10-1 now. Staxford on the board. Just trying to find corner pocket.
He waited as long as he could.
Yeah.
2-0.
Great read.
Yeah, JW, he slides sideways so well and just is there waiting with that big forehand. Boom.
10-2.
Third look at championship point. There it is. JW Johnson is your gold medal winner. It finished with the forehand. 11-2, the #1 seed, cleaning up the gold medal match. 11-8, 11-2, but hats off to Staksrud as he had a fantastic tournament as well, and he'll be walking away with a nice silver medal. Stick with us because we're going to get a chance to talk to our gold medal winner, JW Johnson, just after this. All right, welcome back to the grandstand, and we have our gold medal winner, JW Johnson, and this is gonna feel a little good. Yeah, give him some love. Thank you, thank you. No, it's been a great day here on Friday of the Consumer Cellular USA Pickleball Championships, and I know this is medal, what, like 1,252 for you? No, is it, what's the actual number, J-Dub?
I don't keep track, so I couldn't tell you.
He can't count that high, really, is what he's going with. Now, what was it like to face off against Staksrud, a very solid opponent you had to face twice today?
I mean, I knew he was going to fight for every point. He usually does. I knew he was on a streak after winning the last few matches. But I just tried to stick to my game plan and see how it worked out, and it did.
Now let's talk a little bit about your game plan, because it seems like those medals just continue to come. How much time do you actually spend week in and week out on your game, continuing to develop it? And what have been some of those biggest improvements just in the last year?
I usually work out about 5 or 6 hours a day, a week, and then usually try to work on some cat and mouse stuff with the singles, but I don't really like doing that. But we just try to do that quite a bit back at the house, so that we do that.
Now, I know it's very much a family affair, and I know your mom and dad and sister were all here. What is it like having them courtside cheering you on? Because let me tell you, everyone can hear them, and we all love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to have the whole family here. I love them all, so they're really nice, luckily. And other than that, we all play together, so it's fun.
All right, I heard a little something, maybe the sunscreen being applied by Georgia. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's very accurate. That's why it's in my eyes the whole time. Hurts pretty bad.
All right, well, sis, thanks for the extra love. And I believe it's time we give out some medals. I think we've got your gold right here. Justin, come on out.
JW, great job, man. There you go. There you go. Congratulations.
All right, and I think, Federico, are you still sticking around with me? Here you are. All right, I think we've got your silver as well. Come on over. Congratulations. All right, so your gold and silver winners. Give it up one more time. And thanks so much for joining us on ESPN+. But don't forget, we will be back Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, it's going to be a great day. And then Sunday, closing out with my personal favorite. It's mixed doubles. You're not going to want to miss any of the action right back here. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow.